After seeing that tornado, there was no place that was safe, unless you were in a shelter.
Jeannie Addy remembers all too well the night of May 22, 2011. After the tornado passed, she and her husband headed from their home in Neosho to Joplin looking for ways to help.
I still get shaking at talking about it. There was no street signs, there was no roads, there was no cell service.
And no idea how the storm would change Joplin and the 4 states. One thing Addy soon realized, her home needed a safe room.
The people that were in shelters were walking around, perfectly fine.
She wasn't alone. Since May 2011, Atlas Safe Rooms has installed more than 1,200 home shelters in the 4 states, not including the Joplin area. Not content to deliver just the same old product, designers reached out to tornado survivors looking for ways to improve.
What are the things that you find important in a safe room? What are you afraid of? What do you like? What don't you like?
Those conversations pointed to an issue. Many people were trapped after the EF5 tornado. The solution? Shelters that can be disassembled from the inside.
If you couldn't get out the door, you can unbolt one of the panels and walk right out the side. So there's emergency exits. You don't want to get stuck.
On top of that, emergency workers now encourage anybody with a safe room to register it with your city or county.
People would be in a basement, but we didn't know which corner of the house. Somebody might, in fact, have a shelter that was in the yard, but if it's covered up by the house and has blown over the top of it, we wouldn't know exactly where in the yard to start looking.
The Joplin tornado brought the realization you don't only need somewhere to go, you need somewhere to get information. Many people turn to social media.
From, providing triage locations to showing people what parts of their community aren't affected.
Genevieve Williams is the creator of Joplin Tornado Info. The Facebook page was up and running 2 hours after the storm hit Joplin, intended to help with the massive amount of confusion.
It got so much bigger than any of us could have imagined.
Williams and a team of volunteers manned the page 24/7 for weeks. That experience prompted her to create a guide for other areas to use.
I think that it's something that you can give to other communities so they can be a little bit more direct in their approach and feel a little bit more confident.
More than 20 cities across the country are already using it, including Branson, where a tornado struck not even a year later.
It was the beginning of tourist season, and Branson relies on that for their local economy, and so we were able to kind of use it as an economic development resource.
But whether it's citywide or a more personal disaster, Jeannie Addy plans to always be prepared.
I know that I'm safe. I have nothing to worry about. Everything else is replaceable. My life is not.